Hello and welcome back to my channel, Thrifty Day. My name is Leah. I'm the creator behind Thrifty Day. I am so excited about today's episode because I've been trying to film this for quite a long time, but I knew it was going to take a while, so the house is finally quiet, the dogs are resting, and I think it's the perfect time to film a flip through, a complete flip through of one of my favorite journals I've ever made, this mushroom journal. So grab a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, have a seat, and enjoy this flip through of my personal journal. Hello friends, I'm so excited to be able to share this personal journal with you. As a reminder, I did make this journal completely here, the actual journal, from cover to cover in a tutorial. I will be sure to link it down below if you wanted to make a similar one. I also did make the charm as well here on YouTube. So if you were wondering, I do make all of my charms removable. It's just a little bit easier for me in my process. And I had a lot of fun making this one. These were actually charms I made for my Patreon several months back. And I added this little vintage spoon. This was a ladybug stamp. Ladybugs are special to me, and so was this particular stamp. I think I talked about it when I made it, perhaps, and I talk about it a lot on Patreon. It's just a nice, sweet little story about friendship with these stamps. And then there's a little glass jar with a mushroom inside, and then just some pretty beads. This was some junk jewelry that my mother-in-law gave me. I just loved the colors and loved everything about it. So that is my removable charm. I think charms tell a lovely story, especially when they're hanging on complete journals. So I love this one, and I'm very excited to share the actual journal with you now. It's very large. I want to say that's probably about 3 inches. There are 3 signatures, and this is just made from a very old book. And as you can see, it's really chunky. There are a lot of pages that I have not journaled in, but as you can see, it got so chunky. And just with the time and everything, sometimes I just feel very led and move on to go ahead and start a new journal. And that's sort of the place I was here. It was mostly done, so I counted it as complete. And since it's my journal, I guess I can do that, right? Anyway, that is just a postcard, I believe, and I did seal it. So like I said, you can follow the tutorial. It is all linked here on YouTube. So this is the inside cover. I just taped some ladybugs. Those are those Tim Holtz, not ladybugs, butterflies. Those are those Tim Holtz butterflies. And then these were just some scraps. And that is an age tape that I made. I believe I have a tutorial here, if not for sure on TikTok. If I do, I will link it below. This was some Happy Mail. I love clowns, and I believe Stacy sent me that clown sticker, so I just stuck it on here. And this was from a little magnet or something that I bought from something at the Bob Baker Marionette Theater. And this was just from an estate sale buy, I don't know. And that is an old vintage Yogi Bear page. This Yogi Bear magazine was in rough shape, and it was actually literally headed for the trash. I saved it from the trash. I used it in some of my journals and here in my own personal journal. And that is just from, I send little letters in all of my Patreon mail. That was one that I had extra. This was given to me from my best friend, Ashley. It's the Up House. I love it. Just different movie tickets. And this is from, it's a Disneyland ticket. And this is from some Happy Mail that I just thought was beautiful from Australia. And there is more Happy Mail also from Australia. So that's really fun. That is from Painty Hands. I am on the Painty Hands Patreon. And so that was my Happy Mail for that particular month. This was just an extra book page I had. Isn't that cute though? Look at that image, Snow White. And this was scraps from the Snow White journals that I had made. So as you can see, whenever I have little pieces I think I can't use, I just use a stapler and put them right there at the top. And then these were from books that I had purchased. So not every page is decorated, as you can see, but that's okay with me because these are all really pretty papers. And oh, little dopey scrap. More Snow White. This was a very Snow White heavy couple of months because I loved that journal collection on Patreon. And so I had scraps that I decided to use in my journal. And this was a bow from my daughter's hair. These were some really pretty washies that were sent to me in some mail, and they're so pretty. I don't even know if I could use them. So I just stuck them in my little tea bag here, and they make me happy just to look at them, honestly. A rose sticker. This was, my daughter got one of those new little Polaroid cameras that look vintage, and she was figuring it out with the film, trying to make the colors right. And so that was like one of her test ones. And she said, Mom, it didn't come out good. Do you want it? And I said, of course. So stuck it in the journal. These are just some receipts. And I don't even know what all that is. From my heart-shaped tea cup and saucer that I bought that I love. And oh, those were from my new AirPods. I love my AirPods. Just an extra sticker I had. This was from some Happy Mail from my friend Stacy. She sends the best Happy Mail. Thank you, Stacy. This was from I believe I have a process video for this. If not here, then on Patreon. It just shows how you can use a lot of pictures. It was from a Disney day with my very good friends, Ashley and Ryan and Moses. And so I just showed how you can actually make a whole collage. I photocopied it and I folded it, and then I just added it into my journal. And I made a pocket with some scraps. These are from those same Snow White journals, just little itty bitty pieces. Can you see? Isn't that funny? Can you see? Teeny tiny pieces. I didn't want to throw them away though. They're so pretty, especially all together. And then a Snow White rosette. I will be making similar ones to this and bringing them to my meetup in April 6th. We will be doing a Thrifty Day journal meetup at Dapper Day at Disneyland. It won't be in the park. It's actually going to be at the hotel, and we're going to go to the expo together and just have a lot of fun. So we'll be wearing similar rosettes if you wanted to come and join us. It'll be really fun. More stickers and washi swatches. I loved this washi tape. I just got it on Amazon. They're really cute though. I love the strawberries. This was a page that I created in collaboration with Your Creative Studio. And isn't it beautiful? All these little pieces and a little flip up. That is a stamp that they sent. It's huge and it's beautiful. Your Creative Studio has really pretty supplies. So if you were looking to build your stash pretty quickly, Your Creative Studio box is a really fun way to go, because you get stamps, you get washi tape, you get labels, you get background papers, you get stickers, you get all sorts of things. So it's just a really fun way to journal, and I will link them down below as well. These are just little special bits from my daughter, Abby. I used to read this book to her when she was little, and then these are some notes. She is a mentor at school, and they wrote her thank you notes because she is such a good mentor. So that was exciting. I won't open them up and embarrass her, but those are quite beautiful. This is the little ticket you get when you're at Joann's and you're waiting to cut your fabric. And then there's just some extra goodies in here. A tag I made and never used. And I don't know, I think it's another letter for Abby. This was another page that I didn't want to cover, an orphan bear. I love bears for many reasons, but one of my most important reasons is that my dog's name is Coda Bear, and she's my little bear. She's the cutest. So whenever I see bears, I think of my Coda Bear. This is a very special page. Junk Journal Joy, who lives in Italy, I believe, sent me the most unbelievably beautiful care package, and I did a whole layout very inspired by her and her work. I'm going to link her page so you can see. She's an incredibly gifted journal maker, and I was very inspired by her. So I also put some little bits from my daughter, that's Abby, and little bits from her at school and from different dances. And these were from tags because she had just, I think she had just started, went back to school for her senior year, you know, your first day of school. And I made this entirely on a Patreon live, I believe. And that's just an old watch face. And this was like a little summons from Abby at school. So that's just in a wax paper bag. And then, of course, some butterflies. And all of this was on the package from Francesca. So I absolutely loved making this. Thank you so much, Francesca. I will link Junk Journal Joy down below because if you are not already following her, you are missing out, friends. This sort of went on into more of my daughter, Abby. She was also Little Red in her high school production of Into the Woods. And so I found this Little Red picture and I loved it. And I added some H tape, did a little journaling. And it was just a really fun little page. And I found the sticker. Isn't that pretty? And a little frog. It looked like a little red cape. I had to put it on there. So cute. This was another little bit from Francesca. She had laminated these beautiful rose petals. So I just made it a page because it just makes me happy to look at. And this gnome, I believe, was a gift from my best friend, Ashley. He is an artist and he hand paints gnomes. So whenever I see gnomes, I think of Ashley. Oh, and there's a little mushroom. This was actually like scented. It was in my car for a while. I found it. It was from like years ago though. And I found it in my stuff. So I just stuck it down to the page. And this is one of those teeny tiny Tim Holtz clips. How cute is that? This is from when we did some shopping at Barnes & Noble. I love bookstores. I mean, who doesn't? Just more receipts. I believe it was from picking up Abby's prom dress or winter formal dress, one or the other. And I just made these clips using paper clips and Tim Holtz butterflies and Scotch tape. Easy peasy. This is from my daughter. She did some wine tasting, and her and her boyfriend both went, so they both got pins, and I don't think he cared to keep his. She kept hers, but I just stuck it right into my journal. I know a question I get a lot is, what do you do with like the more like dimensional items? And my answer is I just stick them in. I don't mind dimension. I mean, clearly, right? I love the way it looks. It doesn't bother me. And my daughter and her boyfriend also went on a Disney cruise, and they brought me this little charm bag. You got charms for like doing different events, and that one was extra, so I stuck it all in here. It was so nice of them to think of me. Isn't that cute? They knew I would love these things. It's a little like pirate ship. That was the cutest thing I've ever seen, so I just stuck it right on the tag. Hannah got some new Crocs and some new Croc charms. She loves Crocs. Hannah lives for Crocs. She has like 8 pairs, and they're all fully filled with all these little charms, so it's something she really loves, so I love buying them for her. This is just an old postcard. I want to say it was sent to me. Hold on, let me look. Oh, this is so old. Oh my gosh, this is probably from the 90s from my husband. And then just other little Happy Mail stuff. Look at how cute is that? I don't want to open it in case there's an address, but just different things. And this was just an old stamps, like you used to put your stamps in there. I think somebody had sent it when I ordered something. So instead of getting rid of it, I actually just use it now to put little things in. See, it's kind of like tiered. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't work so well for these thin things, but for the thicker things, it's great. This was also from Stacy, I believe. The best things in life are free, but we gotta keep hopping. Ha 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 ha. How cute is that? The little frog, little up house, more Snow White. More scraps. How cute is this little page? It's from like, I think a childcraft book. Isn't that cute? I love it. You'll see lots of these random little stickers. They were just from Happy Mail, but I thought they were so cute. I kind of just randomly put them everywhere. They were also in Happy Mail. Did I say that? This, you make me happy. You're awesome. You're the best. This was on stamps from the post office. And so you'll see them kind of randomly stuck throughout my journal. I will say this journal is another one of those paper clips. This journal was one of my more random journals. I didn't do I didn't do as many very specific layouts as I did a lot of just putting things in from my life. Like this page. I am on the Painty Hands Patreon. Look at how beautiful. Oh my gosh, if you're looking for a fun Patreon, follow Painty Hands. She is so gifted and so bright and cheery. I will link her information below, but this is also hers. I've been on her Patreon for a while. I love it. And I think this is just a pocket. This is just my Big Bud Press. Yeah, Big Bud Press. You get like these. This is kind of like your receipt. I love Big Bud Press because they have such bright colors, pants, overalls, bags. And as you can see, I love bright colors. So I'm just gonna, I guess I should probably try to stick it back in, right? There's a paper clip though. A paper clip. Just a napkin. I love that napkin though. And more blank kind of pages, more Snow White scraps. I just can't get rid of scraps, you guys. And how pretty is that? This was actually a scrap page, and I did it in collaboration with Junk Journal Joy. She was doing a like a whole month of journaling, and it was journal your scraps. So that's what I did. I had just made this collection of journals that were mushrooms and flowers and butterflies. It was the one that influenced this charm that I made. And so as you can see, that's all in here. And these were scraps from like the covers of all the journals I made for my Patreon. So that was a really fun page to do. And I loved it. So that was my collab with Junk Journal Joy. This is probably my favorite page. My daughters love wearing bows in their hair. They do like half up, half down hairstyles or ponytails, and they wear bows. And then every now and then I'll find them just sitting in my studio on my desk because I knew that they wanted me to have it. And so I just started stapling them. You can see I just started stapling them onto the page, and I quite love this. A lot of work didn't go into it or anything. It's just a lovely memory, and the thoughtfulness of my daughters also makes me happy. And this is what Abby always drinks when she is doing theater productions. So when she was Little Red, and now she is also the lead player in Pippin, which is very exciting. And that's just, she loves Whoppers. So this makes me think of Abby and Lizzie. This was a page I did. I loved it, down to clown. I had the best time doing it. I love clowns. I love everything about clowns. A lot of these are from Bob Baker. My very good friend Diego is a puppeteer at the Bob Baker Marionette Theater. So if you ever wanted to go see fabulous, historic LA puppetry, please go to the Bob Baker Theater in Highland Park. It's on York Street. But how cute is that? Oh my gosh, look at that little puppet. I just can't. So down to clown. And I do love vintage clowns. You know that. It's my most favorite. My most favorite. I love, love, love vintage clowns. So that's what that page was. More empty pages, just some journaling. This was me like brainstorming what I wanted a collection to be, and I don't think I did any of it. But it's fun to brainstorm, right? This was set in some Happy Mail or just some mushrooms. More mushroom Happy Mail and more ribbons and more blank pages. See, it's okay. I get that. I get asked that a lot. I made this on a Patreon live. Isn't that cute? Little Snow White moment. I get asked that a lot. Like, what do you do if you stop wanting to be creative in a journal or you're just kind of over it? And my answer is always just move on. It's okay. You don't have to fill every single page. It is absolutely all right to just feel like you are complete and you want to move on. So if you needed permission, this is your permission. You can move on. This was a happy birthday page for my Abby. Very simple, just says happy birthday, Abby. And a pickle dog. Where did we go that we got this? Oh, it was Trader Joe's. It was so funny, but I had to keep it on there, a pickle dog. And these were some pins. We bought her some clothes from Brandy Melville. She loves Brandy Melville. And so those were the pins. So we just stuck them right on the page, and she went and saw a movie. And then she got these Legos from my dad, and she put them together. I mean, actually, I think my other daughter put them together. But those are like the spare pieces, so I kept them, and I just stapled them. This is a Your Creative Studio tag. I just stapled them onto the picture, and it's such a nice memory. This was just put in when I made the journal. I loved it. It says Petrified Forest, and since it definitely had a foresty mushroom theme, I thought it was perfect. So the vintage paper Petrified Forest Viewmaster reel. And these are just envelopes from her birthday cards. And more video. Hunger Games. We all saw the Hunger Games movie together, the new one with Rachel Ziegler. I loved it. It was really good. So there's our movie tickets, and these are more. And this was, I don't know, a tag from something she got for her birthday. I don't remember. And there's a Grumpy. Isn't he the cutest? College stuff. Halloween stuff. Her and her friends were the Men in Black for Halloween, and another bow. What's happening here? Oh, I think that just went on here. This was a page I made. I think it might be here on YouTube. Y'all let me know. I will link it if it is, but it's mostly scraps. And I think I started this journal in early September, and then I finished it in December. So a lot of what you'll see here towards the end are like bits of Christmas, which is kind of fun because this doesn't seem very Christmassy, obviously, but as you get into the back, there'll be more Christmassy kind of things. So these are like Christmassy stickers and different things from Christmas cards that I received. See, there's Santa, and I put lots of stars on there. How cute. I took all of these just off of Christmas card envelopes. I just ripped the envelopes. I just put them on there. That's why you can see the stamps. And I love when the post office uses their cute little stamps. So I just saved them, and there's some scraps on there. And this was in some Happy Mail. Oh my gosh, isn't that precious? Stop it. That is the cutest ever. And I love these little teeny tiny Tim Holtz paper clips, but am I the only one that struggles using them? I feel like they're so hard to get things in and out of. Let me know. Am I alone? Am I alone? Some empty pages, but I kind of love them. They're very vintage pages, very vintage wrapping paper, and very vintage workbook. That's just some writing, probably personal, so I'll go ahead and cover that up. And more Happy Mail, and Fussy Cut Witch. These pages get real empty towards the back, but more envelopes, more Big by Press. I shop there a lot. Napkins. And this is my birthday page. So actually, I guess this went all the way through January. So September, October, November, December, January. So this was probably a 5-month journal. So that was my birthday button. I had so much fun. We went shopping. I spent the day with Diego and Blaze and my husband, Steve. And then we met my kids and Miguel and other friends for drinks at Hearthstone at the Grand Californian. My friend Diane sent me this birthday card. I love you, Diane. Thank you. That was a selfie of me at Big Bud Press. Diego spoiled me there. He's so wonderful. Some journaling about it. There's me and my kiddos and me and my husband. Ironically, I don't think I have a picture of me and Diego. Well, I got that at Crush and Touch, which is right next to Big Bud Press. And, oh, this was brunch the next day. My daughters got me a Pandora bracelet. And we had brunch at Auntie's, and it was just the best. That's me showing my bracelet. I was so happy. Kitty cat with, look at the little strawberry kettle. Stop it. That's adorable. And a clown, because you know I love clowns. We're all wearing the same shoes. And that is from my Pandora box. I just saved it. And that was my Disney ticket from when I went to Disneyland with my friends, me and Abby. And just some stickers and some washi tape, some goodies I had purchased on my birthday. So that is my journal. Like I said, it was about 5 months. I started it in September, and then this last layout was in January, my birthday. So there are lots of empty pages. There are lots of filled pages. So to me, this is a very successful and full journal. I loved everything about journaling in it. I felt like it was a very authentically me journal, which made me very happy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you wanted to make a journal similar to this or a journal charm similar to this, feel free to watch the tutorial. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, I would love to help you and we can work through it. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up because that helps my channel and I love helping each other. So have a really great day. I feel so lucky to be able to connect with so many of you. And thank you for watching. It means a lot to me. I'll talk to y'all soon. See you in the next video.